The How to Train Your Dragon franchise. It's the gold standard of animated storytelling. It gave us the greatest friendships in all of fiction. And then we got the Nine Realms. A show that took the rich, emotional tale of the Haddock legacy and decided to throw it into a modern-day blender set to bland. We got Tom Kullersen, a protagonist who is, to put it lightly, a sad and pale imitation of Hiccup. But what if fate had a little more mercy on the bloodline of Stoic the Vast? What if, instead of the arrogant, consequence-immune Tom, we got a descendant who actually had to work for his title? In today's video, we're scrubbing the timeline. We're deleting the Dragon Whisperer, self-proclaimed nickname, and we're introducing a new character. Instead of Tom, we have Jerry Cullerson. Our story begins exactly where the series begins. Olivia Cullerson drags her son to the Icarus station. In the original timeline, Tom is described as bold, mischievous, and charismatic. He's an adventure junkie who climbs into polar bear exhibits because he lacks a basic survival instinct. Jerry is different. Jerry is observant. Jerry doesn't want to be here. He knows that Icarus is a corporate-funded hole in the ground, and unlike Tom, whose curiosity rubbed off from his mother, Jerry sees the danger in what she does. When Tom arrived, he immediately started exploring like he owned the place. Jerry is cautious. He respects the fact that a giant fissure in the earth is probably not a playground. In the show, Tom falls down the fissure and meets Thunder, and they become besties over a handful of fish nuggets. It's a relationship built on zero conflict. In our timeline, the inciting incident goes differently. Jerry is checking the equipment near the edge of the fissure, not because he's reckless, but because he noticed the sensors were glitching. The ground gives way. Jerry falls. He lands in the crystal cave, but here's the massive shift in tone. When Tom met Thunder, the dragon was curious and almost puppy-like. In our timeline, we're remembering a crucial fact. Dragons are dangerous animals. Thunder is a descendant of the Night Fury and the Light Fury. He's the offspring of lightning and death. When Jerry wakes up in the dark, he isn't greeted by a cute sniffing nose. He hears a growl that vibrates in his chest. He sees blue light charging up in the throat of a beast that hasn't seen a human in 1,300 years. This is the first major deviation. In the original, Thunder has no power over Tom. Tom has complete power, and Thunder is basically a pet. Jerry, however, is terrified. He's trapped in a cave with an apex predator. Thunder attacks. He fires a warning shot that singes off Jerry's eyebrows. Jerry scrambles, hiding behind crystal formations, realizing that he is prey. For the first 3 days, they're not friends. They're inmates in the same cell. Jerry discovers that Thunder is trapped under a rock slide, similar to the show, but Thunder isn't letting Jerry near him. Every time Jerry tries to help, Thunder snaps. This establishes the interspecies conflict that was completely missing from the Nine Realms. Tom Kullersen bonded with Thunder by feeding him a sandwich and scratching his chin. It was unearned. It lacked the emotional payoff because there was no struggle. Jerry has to use his brain. He realizes he can't overpower the dragon. He watches. He notices Thunder is in pain. He notices the dragon is starving. Jerry starts bringing food, not processed cafeteria nuggets, but raw fish he manages to steal from the commissary. He slides it across the floor and backs away. He shows submission. It takes 2 weeks of secret visits before Thunder lets Jerry touch the rocks trapping his tail. And when Jerry finally levers that rock off, Thunder doesn't lick him. Thunder knocks him over, roars in his face, and takes flight, crashing into the ceiling because he's been injured. This mirrors the forbidden friendship arc of the first movie, but adapts it to the modern setting where the danger feels real. Jerry isn't trying to be a dragon whisperer, he's trying to keep a biological weapon from getting loose and eating the scientists upstairs. And let's talk about the Dragon Club. In the original, Tom is the leader, and everyone just kind of follows him. He's the fearless leader, according to Buzzsaw, and essentially June's yes man, according to Eugene. The team dynamics are shallow. In our timeline, Jerry can't do this alone. He gets caught, not by June, but by Alex, the tech genius who's introverted and fearful of the outside world. She catches Jerry stealing medical supplies for Thunder and wants to report him. This forces Jerry to show her the dragon, not to look cool, but to beg for help. Alex is terrified, validating the monster aspect of dragons. They aren't pets, they're terrifying variables. Alex agrees to help only because she calculates that if Icarus security finds Thunder, they will dissect him. The team forms out of necessity, not friendship. June joins, but here's the twist. June and Jerry clash. June is obsessed with myths and destiny, seeing Thunder as beautiful magic. Jerry sees a 2,000-pound carnivore that nearly killed him. June wants to ride the dragons. Jerry wants to contain them. D'Angelo, the security chief's son, is the hardest sell. Unlike the show where he breaks rules quickly, here D'Angelo is a rule follower, who views the dragon as a security threat. Jerry has to convince him that Project Icarus poses the bigger threat. Now, let's address Tom's lack of imposter syndrome. Tom finds the Viking helmet and instantly assumes the mantle. He finds the Book of Dragons and magically reads Old Norse because reasons. Jerry finds the helmet. It doesn't fit. It falls over his eyes. He can't read the book. He feels inadequate, descended from the dragon riders, yet feeling like a failure. He isn't brave or a warrior, just a kid lying to his mom. Jerry's first flight on Thunder, he immediately throws up and nearly falls to his death. He has to learn flight mechanics and build a harness using climbing gear. It's a struggle. The villains in the Nine Realms were lackluster. Buzzsaw was a cartoon, Dr. Sledkin was annoying but rarely terrifying. In the Jerry timeline, we ramp up the stakes. Sledkin is ruthless. She suspects Jerry, bugs his room, tracks his biometrics. The tension isn't, will we find the Crystal Realm, but will Sledkin authorize a drone strike? And the biggest antagonist? Olivia Cullerson, Tom's mom. In the show, their relationship is a shadow. In our version, Olivia heads the project under immense pressure from Rat Corp. If she fails, she loses everything. Jerry isn't hiding a pet. He's actively sabotaging his mother's life's work to protect a species she doesn't understand. The guilt eats him alive. He loves his mom, but knows that if she finds Thunder, her corporate overlords will turn his best friend into a biological sample. Let's rewrite the Fisher Fault Ripper arc of the show as a case in point. In the show, this dragon causes earthquakes, and Tom eventually befriends it. He feels guilty when he thinks it dies, but the emotional weight is fleeting. In our timeline, the Fault Ripper attacks the station. The station goes into lockdown. People are hurt. Actual consequences. Jerry realizes that he can't keep the dragons a secret forever because they're territorial. Jerry tries to lead the Fault Ripper away, riding Thunder. This is his test drive moment. Thunder is scared. Jerry is screaming. They manage to lure the Ripper into the deep fissure, but in the process, Thunder gets hurt badly. A wing tear. Jerry has to drag Thunder back to the hideout. He can't take him to D'Angelo's mom, aka the vet, without revealing the secret. He has to stitch the wound himself, shaking and crying, apologizing to the dragon. This is the bonding moment. This is where Thunder looks at Jerry and sees not a master, but a partner who's willing to bleed for him. This establishes the equality that was missing in Tom's relationship. In the Nine Realms, the reveal to the parents happens, and everyone is surprisingly chill about it. Oh, dragons? Cool. Here, the climax of the first arc is the discovery. Sledkin finds the footage. She sends a capture team into the fissure. Armed mercenaries. The danger is real. Jerry, June, D'Angelo, and Alex have to stand their ground. They suit up, not in cool color-coordinated armor they magically found, but in makeshift riot gear stolen from the station lockers. They race to the Hidden World entrance to warn the dragons. A battle ensues. Thunder goes feral to protect Jerry, nearly killing a mercenary. Jerry has to scream at Thunder to stop, mirroring Hiccup's ability to control Toothless Fury. This shows that Jerry has become the alpha, not by birthright, but by moral compass. The season ends with a stalemate. The kids manage to collapse the tunnel entrance, sealing the dragons inside the Hidden World to save them, but trapping themselves on the outside with parents who now know something is down there. By the end of this arc, Jerry Cullerson has changed. He isn't the static character Tom was. He started as a cynical, fearful kid. He ended as a protector, who understands that peace requires sacrifice. He still isn't the Dragon Whisperer. He rejects that title. He calls himself a Dragon Keeper. He respects the wildness of the animals. He doesn't have the arrogance to think he controls them. His relationship with Thunder is complex. Thunder is wild, unpredictable, and powerful. Jerry is the grounding wire. They need each other. Thunder needs Jerry's strategy to survive the modern world, and Jerry needs Thunder's strength to stand up to the corporation. And how does this connect to Hiccup? In the show, Tom is just excited to be related to a famous guy. Jerry takes a different route. He finds the records of Hiccup and Astrid. He sees the drawings of Toothless. He realizes that Hiccup didn't just train dragons, he coexisted with them. Jerry looks at the modern world, a world of drones, corporations, and surveillance, and realizes his job is harder than Hiccup's. Hiccup had to change a village. Jerry has to hide a world from a planet that destroys everything it touches. Tom Kullersen might be the official protagonist of The Dragon Whisperer and the guy with the cool hair. But Jerry Cullerson? Jerry is the descendant Hiccup Haddock deserves. He's the one who understands that a dragon isn't a trophy to be found in a fissure, it's a soul to be understood. And honestly, I'd take Jerry struggling to put a saddle on a feral nightlight over Tom doing a kickflip on a hoverboard any day of the week. So, is this alternate timeline more compelling than the original? I'm biased, so I prefer my rewrite, but what do you think? Would you have preferred this story, or do you actually enjoy watching Tom feel zero consequences for 4 seasons? Let me know in the comments below. And remember, if you find a fissure in the ground, maybe just call a geologist, don't jump in. You're not Tom Kullersen with his plot armor. You won't bounce. Oh, and just click on one of the videos on your screen right now. Go ahead, click it.